Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys make surprising decision on keeping projected $85 million star. When it comes to signing up key pieces of the Cowboys' defensive front for the long term, the focus has been, naturally, on getting star defensive end Micah Parsons inked to a long-term deal. Parsons is heading into the final year of his contract, a fifth-year option at $24 million. But it turns out, interior defensive lineman Osa Odighizuwa is just as much in the team's plans. In fact, according to a report from the Dallas Morning News, the Cowboys are hoping to tackle a new deal for Odighizuwa before they get to Parsons. While reports bubbled up last week that the Cowboys have yet to start talks on Parsons, Stephen Jones, team VP and son of owner Jerry Jones, said that the ball is already rolling on Odighizuwa. "We have had negotiations with OSA," Jones said. "I just think OSA is a really good football player. He's an important piece." As David Moore of the DMN wrote, the Cowboys have begun negotiations with free agent defensive tackle Osa Odighizuwa. Talks of an extension for Micah Parsons will follow. It's something of a surprise, of course, that the team has decided to prioritize Odighizuwa over Parsons, but the hope is that both get done. There is more pressure with Odighizuwa, who is a free agent and can get a deal elsewhere. According to Spotrac, Odighizuwa has a market value of $21 million per year and is projected to warrant a 3-year, $63 million deal. Pro Football Focus's projection has Odighizuwa at about the same value, $21.25 million per year. They foresee Odighizuwa getting 4 years and $65 million, with only the first 2 years fully guaranteed. PFF wrote of Odighizuwa, who is the top defensive lineman in free agency this offseason. Odighizuwa is another interior pass rusher with very strong underlying metrics that haven't quite translated to major sack production through nearly 4 seasons. While the Dallas Cowboys season fell off the rails as injuries piled up, Odighizuwa stayed the course and played some of the best ball of his career over the second half of the campaign. The 2021 third-round pick is quietly one of the more underrated defenders across the NFL. Indeed, according to Pro Football Focus, Odighizuwa rated a grade of 46.9 as a rookie, which ranked 89th out of 108 linemen. In his second year, he was a 68.2, which was 41st R of 127. Last year, he broke into the top 20, with a 77.0 grade, which ranked 19th. This year, he is 24th overall, but has a pass rush grade of 79.0, which is 8th in the NFL. The question is, what will the Cowboys be willing to give him? The team has long been reluctant to use franchise tags to keep young players in place on a short-term deal, but Jones told the paper that is a possibility with Odighizuwa. A franchise tag would come in at $23.4 million, but for only 1 year. That would give the Cowboys more time to size up Odighizuwa, but could also be costly if he goes from very good to great in 2025. "It's a tool," said Jones. "It's something we haven't ruled out using. We'll just see how this week goes and how our visits go." Stephen Jones offers bold 2-word statement on Cowboys' offseason plans. The Dallas Cowboys' offseason plans for most involve being proactive with player contracts. Hello, Mr. Parsons, and even Osa Odighizuwa, who is an impending free agent. But also, the franchise can be active in the free agency market if it wants to, with our own Mike Fisher detailing time and time again that with a couple of switches flicked on contracts, the Cowboys could have up to $100 million in cap space. With the Cowboys first saying that they plan to change their ways this offseason regarding how they go about their business, it appears that leopards don't change their spots. Dallas COO Stephen Jones spoke on the Cowboys' offseason plans ahead of the scouting combine in Indianapolis, and it won't exactly fill Cowboys Nation with hope that things will change. "We're going to look at everything we can," Jones said in a video via The Athletic's John Machota. "We're going to be selectively aggressive. You have a certain amount of resources they allow you to have, we'll look at that. But we're going to improve our football team and we expect to have success next year. Selectively aggressive is one way to put it, and if that is what Dallas actually does, it could be quite the offseason. There are ample moves the Cowboys could make, and it wouldn't blow the budget. First of all, is getting Micah sorted, and OSA too, if things align. Then, Dallas can begin to look at solid, cost-effective free agents like Marquise Brown and Justin Reed and even bring back Jordan Lewis and Rico Dowdle on team-friendly deals. We aren't saying the Cowboys have to sign a T. Higgins, but more so, do what you say you're going to do. Selectively aggressive can mean a lot of things. But we hope it doesn't mean the same as all in. Cowboys offseason checklist, Ashton Jeanty, no matter what. With the new league year kicking off March 12, NFL teams are already deep into planning for the offseason. Here are 5 moves the Dallas Cowboys should make in the coming months. 1. Draft RB Ashton Jeanty. With only Malik Davis and Deuce Vaughn signed for 2025, Dallas desperately needs to draft a running back. Why not take the best one available? It's almost impossible to find a mock draft that doesn't have the Cowboys taking the Boise State product, and for good reason. Jeanty rushed for 4,769 yards in 3 years with the Broncos, including 2,601 yards and 29 touchdowns last season, numbers that led to unanimous All-American honors as well as the Doak Walker Award as college football's top running back. Only 5 teams rushed for fewer yards per game than Dallas, 100.3, in 2024, but that should change if Jeanty joins the roster in 2025. 2. Bring back Brock Hoffman. Recently retired Zach Martin made 9 Pro Bowl appearances with 7 first-team All-Pro nominations with the Cowboys, the most in franchise history, along with Hall of Famers Bob Lilly and Randy White. Replacing him at right guard won't be easy, but Brock Hoffman already has a head start. While Martin missed the last 7 games of the 2024 season with an ankle injury, Hoffman, an exclusive rights free agent, filled in admirably by allowing just 1 sack on 515 snaps at guard and center. Cornerback Jordan Lewis called the former undrafted free agent a force multiplier last season, while offensive coordinator and new head coach Brian Schottenheimer labeled him an alpha. Adding Hoffman has in a lot of ways galvanized the way we play, per WFAA.com's Ed Werder. 3. Sign CB Darren Bland to a contract extension. The 25-year-old cornerback is about to enter the final year of his rookie contract, and while he missed most of the 2024 season with a foot injury, he's still the player that led the league with 9 interceptions in 2023 while setting an NFL record by returning 5 of them for touchdowns. Bland is due to make $5.2 million in base salary next season, and per KD Drummond of USA Today's Cowboys Wire, an extension would likely lower his base salary to the league minimum, which is $1.1 million for a player with 3 accrued seasons. For a team already $2.8 million over the next year's salary cap, extending Bland seems like a fairly obvious move. 4. Re-sign DeMarcus Lawrence. Like Bland, Lawrence missed most of the 2024 season with a foot injury but had 3 sacks and a forced fumble in the team's first 4 games. At 32, he won't break the bank, with an estimated market value anywhere between $7.5 million and $12 million per year. And with 11 years of experience under his belt, he's someone new defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus would like to have back. 5. Get some help for WRCD Lamb. Brandon Cooks will soon be a free agent, and Jalen Tolbert, the team's number 2 receiver, had half as many receptions, 49, as Lamb, 101, last season. The team may not be able to afford free agents like T. Higgins or Stephon Diggs, but less expensive pass catchers like Marquise Hollywood Brown and Darius Slayton could thrive playing opposite Lamb. Of course, the team could look to take a player like TCU's Jack Beck or Stanford's Alec Iomanor in day 2 of the draft, but Cowboys fans would be much happier with an established veteran at the position. And you, fan? What do you think of Ashton Jeanty's situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.